Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be learning how to solve the basic Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? It is the sum of the areas of the two squares on the legs A and B, which equals to the area of the square on the hypotenuse C. To demonstrate what is A, B and C, I have a right triangle over here, as you can see. Using my highlighter, I'm going to be highlighting the side which has been discussed in this statement over here, which is also going to give us the formula. This part is known as leg A and the base will be named as leg B. Now since B starts with base, so this is an easy way to remember that the base will be leg B. And moving on to the hypotenuse, which is the longest side of a right angled triangle. This will be known as leg C or the hypotenuse. This gives us the formula of finding the sides of Pythagoras theorem, which is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. This is the basic formula of finding any side of the triangle using this a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared rule, in which you square the sides and then you get the answer, and then you square root c, which is the hypotenuse, to get the c only without the square root. But if you want it directly, you can just do c is equal to a squared plus b squared. In this way you will be able to get the direct answer. C is equal to whole square root of a squared plus b squared. And if we are finding any other sides rather than c, we can do inverse operation. Like if you are finding b and c is given and a is not given, so we can do inverse operation by putting a on the other side and subtracting with c. That is another way of using algebra over here is also required. Moving on to an example question over here, which will give further understanding to the formula which we have seen at the last slide. ABC is a right angled triangle. AC is equal to 6 centimeters and AB is equal to 13 centimeters. Work out the length of BC. Let's first understand the sides which are mentioned in the question right here. AC is equal to 6 centimeters. AB is equal to 13 centimeters. That means AC, as you can see over here, this part is the leg A, and AB is known as the hypotenuse since it's the longest side, and also it's opposite to the right angle square, as you can see over here. So that means this is the hypotenuse, and since it's also the longest side amongst the three sides of a right angle triangle, this will also be known as leg C. And here we have leg A. That means the side which they are asking to find is BC, which is leg B. Now as you remember from the previous slide, we have discussed like that. Leg B is the side we have to find. Move on to the formula for finding this, which is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. A over here is 6 centimeters, so we're going to do 6 squared, and since b is not given, we're going to put b squared as it is, and c squared over here is 13 squared. Now to find b squared, we're going to put b squared on one side and we're going to put all the known values on the other side. Since 13 squared is already on this side, so we're going to put 6 squared on the other side, which will give us minus 6 squared. B squared is equal to 169 minus 36, which gives us 133. Now we have the value of b squared, but we just want b. So to find b, we just do square root of 133. Therefore, b is equal to square root of 133, which is approximately 11.5 3 centimeters. Now I'm rounding it to 2 decimal place over here since it's a very big answer. So this is the approximate digit, or you can also write 11.5, or if you want to round it to the nearest whole number, you will get 12 centimeters. Now since it's not mentioned what is the rounding to a certain degree, so I'm just rounding it to 2 decimal places. Alright, here's the question for you guys to solve, and let me know if you're able to solve it. You can pause the video and go ahead. Alright, here is a right angle triangle. Work out the length of AC. Give your answer correct to 1 decimal place. So here they have mentioned the degree in which we have to round it, which is 1 dp or 1 decimal place. And this time we have to find the length of AC. Here, as you can see, 39 centimeters is given and 70 centimeters is given. AB is given and BC is given. We have to find the long side, which is known as the hypotenuse, AC. So we have to find leg C over here. Further ado, let's move on to solving the sides. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. A squared, which is 39 squared, plus B squared, which is, and B squared, which is 70 squared, is equal to C squared. So C squared over here is equal to 70 squared plus 39 squared. So 70 squared over here we have 4900 plus 39 squared, which gives us 1521 or 1521 is equal to C squared. So C squared is equal to, hello. I'm still recording, move. And C squared, which is equal to 4900 plus 1521 is 6421 or 6421. And to find the hypotenuse exactly, we get square root of 6421, which is equal to 80.1 centimeters. This is the answer when rounded to the nearest 1 decimal place. Alright, here is a trickier question. Calculate the length of the diagonal of the square. Give your answer correct to 1 dp. Here we have an equilateral square, which is known to be having all sides similar. That is the property of the square over here, which means if this is 6 centimeters, this is also 6 centimeters, this is also 6 centimeters, and this is also 6 centimeters. Now what they are asking over here is that we have to find the length of the diagonal of the square, meaning like this dotted line, we have to find what is the length of this diagonal line. To find this, we apply the Pythagoras Theorem, and it's very easy to understand if you are able to find out the property of the square. Now we can either find the property of the square by looking at this triangle or this triangle. Either way you're going to get the same answer, but to make it more proper, I'm just going to use this triangle over here. So we're going to ignore this one. We're going to ignore this part. We're going to focus on this part over here. And this is the hypotenuse, because this is the longest side and it is always opposite to the right angle. Move on to the formula quickly. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. A squared over here we have 6 squared plus 6 squared, which is equal to C squared. Okay, so I'm going to make C squared as the variable which we are trying to find. C squared is equal to 6 squared plus 6 squared. That means C squared is equal to 36 plus 36. And what will be our answer? It will be 72. We will just square root 72. Answer of 8.5 centimeters when rounded to the nearest 1 decimal place, since it's mentioned over here. Of the diagonal of this square, the dotted line, is 8.5 centimeters, correct to 1 decimal place. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you have any questions, do let me know in the comment section below. Until then, see you next time in another video.